I dropped on my knees and I started bawling, please. Greetings kings and queens, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Sha'z. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back. On this platform I share hair care, lifestyle, and so much more. In today's video I'm going to share with you story time. So guys, I'm basically going to give you all a story time as to how I went back into my natural open hair. It all started, I am terrible with dates, I truly am. We're just gonna jump right into this video. All right, just stay with me. All right guys, so for coming from school, went to St. Martin. I spent a few years where I basically grew up. I met my boyfriend, who is my husband currently. If you guys would like to know a story about that, let your girl know. Holler at your girl. Those of you who don't know, I was born in Dominica. I currently live, my home is the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda. And before I actually went to St. Martin, my hair was already relaxed, right? I had, for those of you who know me from, childhood days and so forth, I always had long natural hair. With that being said, when you go, you're getting into teenage years and you leave primary school, and you just want to just jump into that category where you can do your own hair, and I really couldn't. I literally couldn't handle my own natural hair, and I had thick long hair and I couldn't handle it, so my mom would always be the one to be at my rescue when I looked at all of my other friends and their hair was already relaxed and they were doing their own hair. So I was somewhat envious of that. I'm not gonna lie, as a child I was really envious of that. So I basically bugged my mom into straightening my hair. And mom, I know you're gonna be looking at this and I know it's gonna bring tons of memories back to you. I bugged my mom into putting relaxer in my hair, and my mom exact words, quote unquote, "One day you're gonna regret it, but please don't blame me when your hair is basically destroyed." That's what she told me. But guys, as a child, you're not thinking of your hair is gonna fall out or break or anything like that. You just want to be in the trends and all of that, right? So I proceeded and she did it. Oh, I was on top of the world. Like you couldn't talk to me back then. And oh my child, I already had long, thick, natural hair. So when my mom put in that relaxer, my hair was down here. I was like, oh my god, like you gotta talk to me. I had like long hair, and oh yeah, I was like on top of the world. So guys, fast forward a little bit later, and like I said, I left Dominica and I went to St. Martin, right? And then I started working and all of that. Started becoming this young woman, getting to know herself, and started to be somewhat awakened by what I want and what I see for myself, and I started to get more of a grasp of what I wanted in life, basically. And relaxed hair wasn't part of it anymore. It wasn't part of it anymore. So guys, I went on this journey where I started telling a few people around me, like, you know what, I'm going to go back to natural hair. You know what was told to me, guys? Oh, you don't have it in you, you're too vain. I mean, guys, I really loved a fashion. I really loved, looking good and all of that. So I kind of understand. I kind of understand now where they were coming from, And they were like, you're too vain to get back into your natural hair, and natural hair is not for you. I don't see you with that. Your hair is already so gorgeous. They basically call you Spanish. And yes, guys, they literally did call me Spanish back in St. Martin. Yeah. I went and I started braiding my hair constantly. So at the time, this girl, we were really literally like best friends, and her mom was like the professional braider. Like everybody knows her for the best braider in St. Martin. So there wasn't a problem for me to get my hair braided constantly. And my friend as well, she was really good at what she did as well. She learned from the best, which was her mama. So she started, installing my braids for me. I started with the natural kinky braid over my hair for a few years, right? Do you all see a trend based on the story time I gave where my lock journey and my 9th year anniversary? Yes, I went and I put in I installed the kinky hair over my relaxed hair for years. So guys, every time I realized I would remove my locks, I would take the kinky braids off of my relaxed hair, I realized my hair wasn't as full and as long as it would be. Keep in mind, I had no one to walk me or take me to the steps of going back to my natural hair. So I was up for a rude awakening, and let me tell you, I was up for it, right? But yes, you're gonna find out pretty soon. Be patient. So yes, guys. So I started doing this, and I started putting in the braids, and I just continued doing that for a few years to come. I just continued doing that. And my husband would always be, my boyfriend at the time would always be there to help me to loosen them out, right? So there was this time, I was like a few years in, that specific time, I could never forget that. My boyfriend, I keep saying husband, I guess he was meant to be my husband, right? Because he is. So, we sat down in our living room, because at the time, we were living together. After I turned 18, I started living on my own with, if you guys want this story, let me know as well. So we started living together at the time, and he would always help, like I said, getting the braids off my hair. So this particular time, I just realized he was just encouraging me about, just proceeding on my natural journey, back to my natural journey, and just embrace every part of it. I remember he's telling me that like vividly, guys, like it was yesterday. And I didn't really find nothing really much about it, but I was like, oh shoot, I love that. Like he's always been there to support me no matter what I do. But this time I realized he was really pushing, really pushing me to, just proceed on what you want to do with your hair and all of that. So I was like, okay, babes, yes, I definitely will. Thank you for the support. He's like, anytime, babe. You guys, after we done, we were chatting for so long, a couple hours it took to get all these extensions, all these braids out of my hair. So I got up and I proceeded on going into our bedroom, right? When I got into our bedroom, he installed this big mirror. Because remember, your girl was always into her fashion and always looking good, right? So I needed a mirror that could just give me a 360, like 24/7, right? So I proceeded on I just approached the mirror. I just went straight into this corner where I created this mirror. It was like from the ceiling down. And I stood up there and I was shocked as to who was looking back at me. Guys, I was speechless, and I'm actually getting all speechless over again. Like, guys, it terrified me. I'm not gonna lie. It really did. It terrified me. When I looked into the mirror, guys, I didn't know who was looking back at me. I didn't know, honestly speaking. So I was like, and I was like, and I proceeded on touching my hair, like, guys, my hair was so short, and I wasn't used. I never had short hair ever in my life. So when I saw this man head basically just staring at me, Guys, I drop on my knees. Like, oh my God. Whew. Yeah. I dropped on my knees and I started bawling, please. Guys, I could only laugh now, but I started bawling Bloody Mary. I'm like, oh my God, help! I said, babe. So he was like, babe, it's okay. You're beautiful no matter what. I was like, who is this person? I don't know who's this person. I'm so ugly. I'm never used to short hair. And guys, I put on a bawling. I was like, oh my God. I was sobbing. I was like beside myself, guys. I just couldn't grasp the fact that this was Sha'z. This was Charlene. Like, I'm not used to seeing me like this. So immediately I started feeling ugly. Immediately I started just criticizing how I looked and feeling such. I just felt inferior, to be honest. I just felt like there was no self-worth there. And thinking back now as an adult, I think I was I'm gonna diagnose myself. I normally do that, guys. My confidence level, I thought at the time, was sky high. But thinking back on how I reacted then, thinking now of how I reacted then, like, I didn't have much self-confidence there. I thought I did, because the way my reaction, guys, was something you only see at the movies, like in 3D. Like, I was bawling, I was sobbing, I was calling myself the ugliest names. Like, who is this person? I look like this. I look, guys, name it, think it, I said it. My boyfriend at the time stooped down. He bent down, he went on his knees, and he grabbed me in his arms. And his words, quote unquote, babes, I know you're gonna be looking at this. You're gonna be like blushing and smiling, and all these memories gonna get back to you like just like a ton of bricks. Get back into this story, guys. Like I said, I'm all over the place. So yeah, he literally kneeled down and he held me in his arms, and he said, babes, and he looked at me in my eyes and he said, babes, you are beautiful with or without hair. And I can understand where you're coming from with what you're saying. It is understandable. But his words to me, guys, were, you are beautiful. Embrace the journey. And your hair is not going to be that length forever. It's going to grow. You're going to do what it takes to get your hair length back. But at the moment, at the time, guys, I couldn't see it. I couldn't think it. I just couldn't. I couldn't see it. I couldn't vision it. And he just kept on encouraging me, babes, you're gonna get back the length of your hair. You're gonna do what it takes to grow your hair, and you know, just ride with it. Just keep going. You already reached this far. Your hair. So guys, what had happened was the relaxed hair, everything dropped out. After that last time I removed the braids, all the dead ends, I believe that's the right term, everything dropped out. So now my natural hair was back. So it pushed itself out and it let all that dead hair, it just dropped it. Just drop it. But guys, I didn't know that was going to happen. I just knew I just wanted my natural hair back, but I just thought it was just gonna just grow. I just thought it was just gonna grow back into the length that I always knew it to be. And you know, guys, knowledge is power, right? But you know, back in the days, like, not that far, I keep saying back in the days, like I'm old. Yeah, like, you know, back then, you know, there wasn't much knowledge into these things. You know, there wasn't much of the internet and YouTube and all of these things. I wasn't saying they didn't exist, but I wasn't part of it at all whatsoever. You know, so there was no knowledge going into my natural journey. So I wasn't expecting this drastic change from the length of my hair then to now, to so it, guys, it really, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm not gonna lie. I felt crippled, I felt ugly, I felt defeated. I felt like I'm just going to put back relaxer in my hair right there and then, because I can't deal with this. And my boyfriend was just supporting me and encouraging me, and he lifted physically, guys. I was like, physically I was crippled then. Like, I could not get myself off the floor. I was sobbing, I was bawling my eyeballs out, literally. And he literally had to like just grab me, lift me up, and put me, like, stood me up. And he put me face in the mirror, and he was like, you see her? This is who I fell in love with. And yes, I am not used to seeing you with short hair and your natural hair. I wasn't in the picture then, but I still see you for you. I loved you for you and not your hair. I loved you for the person that you are. And he started talking to me in the mirror, guys, while we both staring at ourselves, our reflection in the mirror. And I was just like starting to absorb everything he was saying, and I was like, you know what he's saying makes a lot of sense. It holds weight, it has a lot of weight to what he's saying. So I was like, I started absorbing it in a good way, and I started feeling like, okay, I could breathe again, because I felt like something knocked the wind off of me and pulled the mat underneath my feet. I just dropped like pop. Yes, so guys, he was just telling me, just basically just reaffirming, just giving me that reassurance that, hey, you're not your hair, and you're beautiful no matter what, and this is the person, you're still the person that you were without your hair. And I think at that time, I really needed to hear these words. And I am so grateful, babes, that you were there to be the pillar for me when I couldn't be for myself. And I'm so grateful, and I appreciate you for that, babes. I really do. I love you for that. And to this day, he still encouraged me, even with my journey for having locks. If you all want that story, comment down below, let me know. So yes, guys, so he started just putting these affirmations back in me that I am not my hair. I am the person that I am with or without my hair. Think of the person that I am within. So then when I think of what I am and I know who I am from within, it's gonna come from the inside out. And he started just drilling these positive affirmations, these positive words into my life, because I desperately needed it, guys. And I started feeling like, okay, Hussa, I could breathe again. I felt a sense of relief. I felt a sense of pride, just starting to from the bottom of my feet coming up. I start to feel that, you know what, girl, you're beautiful no matter what, and you're still the same person. Your hair can grow back. It's just hair, and I started just saying it back. Why is he saying it? And we started saying it. And yes, guys, and that was a traumatic experience. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you all, but I proceeded, and I didn't make that situation stop me. And I'm grateful for babes again for being there when I couldn't be there for myself, right? And I picked myself up, yes, and I put my shoulders up high, and I was like, yes, you got this, girl, you got this. I came to Antigua, and we started living our lives and doing our thing, and I was still plaiting my hair and so forth. And then I just started getting even more busier. At the time I wasn't a mom yet, so being a wife and taking care of the home and working like a full-time job, and I was taking classes at the time, and I was doing dancing, and I was just doing a whole ton of things at the time. So I really didn't have the time to constantly having to go to a salon and get my hair plait and all of that. I started getting frustrated with that, and that is where my locks journey started. And if you guys haven't looked at my second lock journey and also my 9th year anniversary of me having locks, please go ahead and look at the video, and please leave your comments down below. So guys, that is how I went back into my natural hair journey. I went back into my natural hair roots, and I do hope I am some sort of inspiration for someone who were thinking of taking that journey and embracing your natural hair. I hope you don't have such of a harsh reaction where your hair journey is, but trust and believe at the end of it, it will be the most beautiful thing that you have ever considered doing. It's getting back to your natural hair journey, your natural hair roots. Because guys, even with all that, right, it started playing on my mind, where you were just hearing about all these types of diseases out there, and I started becoming more health conscious. And back in St. Martin, I was really into my gym and really being fit, and being aware of what I eat, my diet and stuff. So I started looking into the chemicals, the relaxers that were being put into my hair, and it just didn't sit right with me. I just knew it wasn't right, because every time I needed to relax my hair, guys, it's like my hair would go, like my scalp would just start a war. Like the itching was like unbelievable. It was out of this world. I would like scratch my scalp so bad that when I do put in the relaxer, I wasn't able to comb my hair for the first 2 to 3 weeks of having my hair relaxed, because I would get this terrible burns from the front of my hair to the back. You hear what I'm telling you all? So it started not sitting right with me. I started feeling like, if you're into gym, if you're into fitness, which I was, if you're into looking at what you eat, and and you're putting this harsh chemical that is literally burning the hell out of your scalp, like it's going through your pores, and it really started not sitting well with me, guys. So I just decided, what, it's time to go back to my natural hair roots, and I did, and I am here today proudly sitting with still my natural hair, but just a different level of my natural hair, which, as you all can see, I have locks. Alright guys, so I do hope this quick story time, I hope it's not that long, I do hope this story time somewhat motivates you. And it doesn't matter, even if it's not with hair, which I am really hoping that I do motivate a few of you out there who's trying to go back into their natural roots. Say, you know what, I can do this, I got this, I really can. And yes guys, always a light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to just keep pushing through, that tunnel, and we'll get there. We'll definitely get there, and it will be such a beautiful thing. We'll be so proud of ourselves, and I am so grateful that I took this step, because now that I have a teenage daughter, I have a princess, she can look at me, and now she is so into her hair, guys. And of course she has natural hair. She is so into her hair that she's just all about natural products and growing her hair and taking care of her hair and having her simple hair routine. And I am so proud of you, baby girl. I know you're gonna be looking at it. I'm so proud of you, baby. I'm so proud of you, Princess Lala. Keep it up, keep it up, my girl, and just continue to embrace your natural hair journey. And I hope I'm speaking for anybody out there. Continue to embrace your hair, because guess what, our hair is just so versatile. Our hair, guys, it can take a lick, a kick, and a thump. It can take everything and it still comes back. Yes, guys, so I really do hope that this story time was some sort of inspiration, some sort of some sort of reassurance that you can do all things. Once you put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want. Once you really know what you want, but you gotta have some sort of visual. You're gonna have you need to have some sort of vision as to what you want to attain. So with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about the Sha'z family over here. Leave your positive comments down below. I will truly really appreciate it. And give me a big thumbs up if you like what you see in this video. Alright, guys, so thank you so much for stopping by. Blessings, more life. Cheers.